Okay, so I have the wrong day up there, but tomorrow is March 26th. Okay, so March 26th is the 85th day of the year. And in a leap year, the 86th day of the year. And it's not a leap year, 2026. Okay, so the 85th day of the year right here with March 26th. Now that's the 26th day of the third month. Okay, so we still have Kobe over here. Remember, Bryant equals 26, but that's 26-3 right there. So that is the 56th prime number. So, keep your eye out for maybe a story and the character has the May 6th birthday. Maybe like Angel Reese or something like that, right? Or maybe somebody has the June 5th birthday. Can't think of any off the top of my head, but just to show you how these numbers operate and how they kind of break off and branch off, right? So you have the 56 prime number, 263, March 26th. Put it like that too. So, once you see these numbers over and over like this, you right when you see them, you can match them up to things, right? So let's put Wednesday's date in here. Just scroll down. So you see the 85th day right here, the 85th day again, leaving 280 days in the year. So you can maybe look out for like 28s, 82s, things of that nature. And when we go to the Gematrinator calculator over here, we see basketball equals 85 right there. Now that's interesting because remember the 85th day of the year and basketball equals 85. And I just showed you that tomorrow is the 26th day of the third month, 263. And again, that's the 56 prime. That's interesting because Angel Reese, that's her birthday and she's a basketball player. So, see, this is just kind of like an example. And, this is an example right here. And wow, this is a great example because she connects very well with basketball. She's like really popping on the scene like at this very moment. Notice how she's on the Chicago Sky, right? That connects to Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls. Former, he's probably the GOAT, right? He is known for the 23 on his jersey. And I brought this up before. Remember, Jordan equals 26. All of this is on the fly, too. I just kind of hit record. Now let me wow, when you just put Jordan, look, the country pops up. A lot of times it's the shoe. That's ridiculous, isn't it? We know it's Michael Jordan. Remember, Jordan equals 26, known for the number 23. You got the Chicago connection with Angel Reese. A lot of people speculate in the decoding world that Angel Reese is maybe the real daughter of Kobe Bryant. Kobe's born on the 23rd of his month, right? Notice how Angel Reese is 6'3". Michael Jordan is born in 1963, and he's age 63 right now. And he scored 63 points in a very memorable game against the Boston Celtics. And you know what? Boston equals 22 in the language. And Angel Reese is born in 2002, like 22. And basketball equals 22 as well. So she's 6'3". So she's really, look at how all of this comes together. Okay. So that's a lot of connections. Okay. And we see that she's a member, Chicago Sky, Michael Air Jordan. She's got that 5 on her jersey. Again, Wednesday's the 26th day of the third month, 263. That's the 56th prime number. Angel Reese's birthday, 5-6. And she does kind of resemble Kobe as well. There's further speculation. Maybe this is Gianna Bryant, or who knows. I think that these characters are all related. I don't really go with saying one character is another character. To me, that seems slightly silly. I'm not saying it's impossible, especially coming from a decoder. Maybe I shouldn't use that language, because a lot of this stuff, we just kind of go off of our knowledge. We can't, we can show you connections and stuff, but we can't really like prove anything, right? So anyways, remember Kobe played for the Los Angeles Lakers, and this is Angel Reese, right? They have that baseball team, the Angels, out there as well. Los Angeles City of Angels, right? So it's pretty cool, right? So, just from, and remember 2 + 3 is 5 as well. Okay. But yeah, you see Angel Reese right here. So that's that's solid. You may scroll down here, and she's, a lot of these characters are trending all the time, right? The Bayou Barbie and Shy Barbie nicknames, and she played for Maryland and LSU. That's interesting because Janae brought up in the live we did earlier the Francis Scott Key Bridge, and tomorrow's the anniversary. And that's actually Wednesday, the day we're talking about, the 26th day of the third month. I'm recording this the day before. So that's pretty awesome right there, right? Because it says Angel Reese played at Maryland as well. And this is Baltimore, Maryland. Look how that works with that bridge collapse. Man, that's awesome. So, yeah, shout out to you, Janae Snyder, for catching that right there. That's pretty solid. She played for Maryland and the LSU Tigers. And she's born in Maryland, Randallstown, right there. That's cool. So it says she played for this team, Rose, BC. What's that? Rose Basketball Club? That's interesting because Derrick Rose was on the Bulls with that Chicago connection. And remember Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls? The Bulls way back in the day had a guy named Bob Love. Love like Rose. That's pretty interesting. And remember this March 26th, the 85th day of the year, basketball equals 85. So a lot of this stuff I'm bringing up now, just he's age 37. Chicago equals 37. Born in Chicago, on top of playing for the Bulls. Drafted by the Bulls. So look, he was First overall draft, 2008. You see that? Did I mention a 2882 earlier, or am I tripping? Let's see. It may possibly be from another decode. But yeah, if anybody out there remembers what I said, I thought I said 28 or 82 earlier. But so you see how this works, right? Look, he's born October 4th. That's 22 days before Michael Jordan's debut anniversary with the Chicago Bulls. Remember, basketball equals 22. Angel Reese, born in 2002, like 22. Even the National Basketball Association equals 202, which is like 22. Good stuff, huh? Right? Solid stuff. Okay? So again, where did she go? Let me find her. Let's just see Angel Reese here, and let's just scroll down. A lot of times some trending stories will just kind of pop up with these characters. Well, she's trending, and there's a story from 4 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 8 hours ago, probably all the same. Caitlin Clark will make more money than Angel Reese this year. That's what they're saying. And these are kind of like the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird script repeated, but in the WNBA. And you got the black and white thing. Caitlin Clark, Magic Johnson, a Laker, right? Kobe Bryant, a Laker. So you got that connection with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. CC 33, C the third letter. Larry Bird wore 33. Remember, Boston equals 22. I mentioned that earlier, like basketball. Okay. Caitlin Clark, all about the number 22 right there, right? Remember, Angel Reese, born in 2002, like 22. So this stuff is all a script, but you can see right there, it looks like a semi big story, right? So that's awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this. I just hit record and just went with it. Okay. If you notice anything else, let me know. Even bot comments, hook it up, bots. You can see from checking out previous videos, highly shadow banned, presenting absolutely incredible information. I'm no fool. Like, I know that you see what it is they want somebody to get discouraged by shadow banning them, because you know how many people are just looking for attention, right? It's a hobby for me, and I've accepted a long time ago that this stuff is not real, okay? But it's kind of used as like I don't know, man. They'll do like online bullying with some of these bots too. I found that out right away, as my channel was growing and doing live streams. They just shut you down. But yeah, just do this for the passion. And man, we're in a fake world, okay? And it should never get old decoding a fake world. Okay, we're in a fake world, right? We just have to make it work for us. That's my advice. You just got to roll with it. Do what you got to do. Enjoy life. Don't get caught up, you know. Um I think life can be short, time goes by. So anyways, 26th day of the third month, 263. Again, the 56th prime number. And you got the Angel Reese connection. A lot of Jordan stuff going on, y'all. Okay? Until next time.